He's going to look to play this ball in. He beats his man. Can he square it? He does. For Morandi in the middle.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory. Here in today's episode, 2 games coming up. It is the playoff. Now, it was 4 stages. We found out after the episode. We are here now in the playoff. We are in the main path. We started the second round of qualifying. In the third round of qualifying, there's Tromsø. As you can see, they did get knocked out, which is a bit disappointing, but we played against Noah, a 6-0 win on aggregate, so we just decided to kind of move on in the interests of kind of moving the series on a little bit. We come up today against a Norwegian team in Sarpsborg, one of our former rivals. We had some great games against them back in the day, some very high scoring games, and hopefully this will be one. So we have 2 games for a place in the Conference League phase. Hopefully we go and make that qualification. We've been very good in our qualifiers. It's been an okay start to the season. Otherwise, apart from that, we had a game against Lausanne. It was a Florian Ayer hat-trick in that one, so we've had 2 3-0 losses, and then you wouldn't have seen this game. We did lose 3-0 in that one, but then 4 wins in a row now, also a win in the cup. And after today's episode, should we get a win, we should be through to the league phase of the Conference League, which should be good fun if we can get there. Hopefully that's something we can go and do. Completely different scenario to where we were this time last year and where we thought we would be this time this year. So it's impressive to see that we are doing well. Let's go and see if we can secure this qualification, and it's the first game of the day against Sarpsborg. So the team for this game against Sarpsborg is full strength, as we will get. It starts with Strinsky in goal, backline of Kouassi, Diamand, Patulski and Kudusu. We've got Masson, Rath, Morandi in the middle, Lavelli on the left, Adari on the right, and Florian Ayer up top. As we see the Conference League logo there, that is the aim for us at the end of today's episode. 2 games against this Sarpsborg team, a very credible and respectable team, but what stands in the way of us and that Conference League group stage spot is this Sarpsborg team. Here in Norway, the 2 teams are ready to go. We have a full strength side, and hopefully it's going to be a cracker as we're going to look to get underway here in this game. Kudusu, it looks like, has led the team out there, and we surely will be ready to go. It's kick-off here in this game. Florian Ayer gets us underway. It's Kouassi on this left-hand side. Can we get an early chance? You just feel like this is going to be an absolute classic tie here on the channel. Hopefully I don't jinx it, and hopefully it's a very high-scoring game. We've got Bournemouth, who are a team who've qualified, which is very interesting to see. Fair enough, they're not a bad team. It's not out of the picture for them. Here's Morandi standing over this corner. He's going to play it into the middle. Who can he find? Diamand in the back post. We've got lights in the middle of the pitch. That's a bit of an FM glitch, to be honest. Here's Masson. Lovely return ball for Adari, and he's unlucky to not score in the end there, really. But the team on the pitch is sharp. Good bit of morale behind us. Everyone's kind of buzzing because we're on 4-game win streak. Everyone's ready to go. We have had a bit of a rested team in that cup game, the 4-0 win, and I think we'll just be ready for the challenge. I think the Servette team could definitely qualify, and I think the Sarpsborg game was definitely a good one for us. They were competitive against last year's Conference League winners in Chelsea, so I don't see why we can't go and beat this Sarpsborg team. We have a very good, strong side on the pitch. We do have a game in between in the league against Lugano, but obviously the league doesn't take massive priority at this moment in time. We really just want to get that qualification whilst we have the opportunity to go and do it. 20 minutes gone here in this game. It is 0-0. The score's all tied. We are away from home, so we are looking for that draw, at a minimum draw or better. Obviously, if the plan it doesn't go to plan, we just got to make sure we're in this game, we're competitive, and really the important thing is we leave a mark on this Sarpsborg team. We let those away fans know, or those home fans in this game, that when they come to visit us in our stadium, it's not going to be an easy game for them at all, and hopefully that is something we go across, put across and achieve here in this game. 45 minutes gone here. The score is still all tied. It's been a quiet first half, but the team, I'm sure, will get into it a little bit more. The formation in possession for Sarpsborg is a 3-4-2-1 out of possession, and they drop into a back 5. No, they just go a bit wider, so they probably do drop to a back 5, to be fair, with those tracking back wingers you would expect, really similar to what we play when we are defending here. As you can see on that far side, Lavelli tries to drop in, puts a bit of pressure on when appropriate. And in this game, the scores all tied, the stats pretty much all tied. We've had more shots, but the shots on target around even so far in this game. Lavelli's on a nice little run here. He finds Rath, who's in the light at the moment. Very, very weird what's going on there. It does happen, to be fair, in some stadiums, and it's happened here. Clearly, quite the big stadium. Sarpsborg are in here. Here's Lavelli advancing. Can he look to have the shot? That's what he does. It's a good save from the Sarpsborg goalkeeper. Dadari is picking up this ball here on the right-hand side, but he loses out on it in the end. And now Sarpsborg looking to progress, but we've been very good in this game. We've minimised the threat of Sarpsborg, not even let them get in behind at all, really, in this game. And we've got a very fresh side. We can't even go and make some changes potentially in the wingers. We could hope for a little bit more from them, so probably look to change those and get a bit something different down those wings. Here's Lavelli on the ball. He goes to play it long. He finds Dadari, who's in an interesting position here on this right hand side, but he loses out, and that's what we're talking about. He's got to be doing better from those positions like that. But Dadari, I would argue, has had a better game here. We'll probably take off Lavelli around the 60-minute mark here. In this game, there's only really Froling we can bring on, and then defensively, Patulski off. I'm going to bring on Pascozzi here in this game. He was going to start at right back, but I did go for Kudusu in the end just for that experience element. I suppose that Pascozzi does have his experience as well, but I think Kudusu obviously knows his team a little bit better, and he is our captain on the pitch today. Here is that substitute in Pascozzi on the ball. He finds Rath in the middle. Kouassi, who's in the inverted position. Rath in a very interesting one, but we can't complain. Kouassi, very inverted, lovely little pass. Froling plays it into the middle. Back post, can anyone get there? It faltered Dadari now, who's going to look to play this ball in. He beats his man. Can he square it? He does. For Morandi in the middle. It's 1-0 here in this game. A massive goal scored there by Morandi away from home here in Norway. We are going through to the group stage of the Conference League. As it stands, we need to continue with this pressure and how we're playing, because we are a team very much in form, doing very, very well at the moment. We want to win our first trophy in this season. That has to be the minimum for us. We might have had a bit of a mixed start, those 2-3-0 losses, but apart from that, winning pretty much every game has been very, very good for us. We need to be continuing with that, at least trying to win that cup. You can be very ambitious and say we could win the league and completely treble with the Conference League. It's definitely something we could do if we stayed here for a little bit longer, and Servette are definitely a club to try and win the Conference League with. But is that the aim for us necessarily? Could we move on to a different club for that aim? I mean, the Conference League is made for clubs like this, but it's just something we all have to factor in when we are moving around and as part of the challenge. The full-time whistle's going to go here, and it's a nice 1-0 win for us. So the team for this game, the second leg, unchanged completely. Ostrinsky in goal, backline of Kouassi, Diamand, Patulski and Kudusu. We've got Masson, Rath, Morandi in the middle, Lavelli on the left, Dadari on the right, and Florida up top. And you'll be pleased to know we had a 2-0 win in that game in between. It's kick-off here in this game against Sarpsborg. We invite the Norwegian team down to the Stade de Genève, and hopefully it's going to be a good game. You've got to remember we are 1-0 up, so the advantage going into this game is with us, and hopefully with us being at home in a good bit of form, we could make it 6 or 7, you know what I mean, straight wins, something like that. We were 4 into the going into the first game, so it's 6 now, and if we win this one, it will be 7 straight wins. That is somehow not managed to go into the net there. It's in the underside of the crossbar and not across the line. That is very unlucky from range. I believe it was Dadari, and he's unlucky not to score. But we're not in a bad position. Hopefully we can go on and put on a very good display, and put a few teams on notice in the Conference League. That would always be ideal. Would be a nice thing to do. And should we get to that league phase, start thinking ahead, who knows what we can go on and do, really. We're going to come up against some tough teams. Maybe there's a bit of an unexpected cup run, but with the quality in this team, there's no reason why we can't go and do well. We're getting offers for players to go to big clubs, in particular Patulski is getting offers from Inter and Napoli as well for quite big money. We also had offers for Segura and Rath as well across this transfer window, so it's a bit of a difficult one. I don't know why Kouassi's just froze in time there. That was a bit of a weird one, but yeah, we're having to manage that, and hopefully we can keep the players as good as we can. The transfer window is closing soon, and everyone's quite happy. Here's Dadari for 1-0. He's at the inside of the post, he's at the inside of the crossbar, the inside of the post, all within the first 8 minutes of this game. He's doing the woodwork challenge, and he might just complete it within 10 minutes of this game. But but it's nice to see we are attacking, and we've started with a good bit of intent. All these games here, the winners of all of them will qualify. You've got to remember, for the Conference League, there's no automatic qualification is what I'm trying to say there. The winners of these games might not necessarily get through, but you would think that the winners have won their first leg or done alright in theirs. So most of them will probably be going through. Here's Kawasi. He can have the shot from range. Where will he go? He finds Kadusu with an interesting ball, and he's got space to run into. Dadari, Kadusu with the chipped effort, and he's unlucky to not score there in the end. 15 minutes gone here in this game, and it's been a good start for us. In terms of other teams who are here, this is the main path, so the teams, I don't know what the difference is between the main path and the champions path. I think the champions path is just for champions, quite literally. Maybe, I don't really know, or cup champions, something like that. Who really knows, to be honest. I've seen Siona here, which is interesting really. They were the other team who qualified from the league. Apart from that, is there anyone in particular to note that we could look at? Stuttgart, that could be a very good team to come up against. We saw Bournemouth were another team, but it's going to be very interesting to make this league phase, should we do it, and see if we can come up against. Down this right hand side, Sarpsborg looking to attack, trying to make it 1-1 here on aggregate. They're going to beat us down that right hand side. More defending required if we want to go and keep on to our lead, and we don't. And the Stade de Geneva is completely silent here in this game. It's a goal for Sarpsborg, completely against the run of play, you'd argue, but it's a very well worked chance for them, and they do go 1-0 up in the game, 1-1 on aggregate, and we have got our work cut out for the rest of the game. Here's Rath, lovely ball over the top to find Lavelli. Lavelli can square it here. Where will he go? It could be a penalty. It could be a penalty. There's no idea why. There's not even a check. It's a very interesting one, and now Sarpsborg are going to look to advance here down the left hand side. Are they about to completely turn this game on its head? The ball into the middle, and luckily Strinsky is there to pick up that one. He goes to Patulski, and we could turn this ball over. Very, very quick, free flowing stuff here in this game. It's always nice to see that we are playing in this way. Kadusu, Masson, Morandi on the ball. Now it goes to Dadari. Dadari's going to look to play it down the line, or he's going to advance through the middle himself. You'd expect him to take his man on. As he does, he finds Lavelli in a very wide position, and he cuts in now. Rath, edge of the area, beats one. Can he get past another? He finds Lavelli. Masson from range, and it's saved by the Sarpsborg goalkeeper's feet somehow. No idea how he's managed to do that. I don't even think he's seen it. I think it's just bounced off him conveniently, which is a bit annoying really, because who knows if he'd have got it, if Masson had got that even a little bit off centre, then maybe we would have been 2-1 up here in this game. And here is Masson on the ball. He goes over to Dadari on that right hand side. Morandi is looking to make that run down the line. Will he make it, or will Dadari just go all the way himself? He beats one. He's in behind for 2-1 here. Another corner. What a game it's been. It's starting to really liven up to the tie that we had planned here in this game against Sarpsborg. Two, I'd say quite closely matched teams in my opinion, both coming from pretty niche leagues, but we are quite high flyers in those leagues, mid to high table, and I think that's what's been demonstrated in this game. It's a very close tie, and there is still all to play for. Can we get a goal though before half time, or will it be Sarpsborg who are going to take charge of this game? Kouassi in the inverted position. Lavelli beats his man, does nice there. He shoots, and it's into the hands of the Sarpsborg goalkeeper. He looks very, very small, by the way. I don't know if he's an actual goalkeeper, because that save he did was very interesting. And then he just looks dead small. Maybe he is actually a real goalkeeper, or maybe Sarpsborg are just having a bit of a goalkeeper crisis. I don't really know. We can't complain too much really, because we haven't scored in this game with all the chances that we've had, so he must be alright, to be fair. Here's Patulski, goes to Masson on this right hand side. Morandi you'd think would go to Dadari, and that's what he does. The return ball is on down the line. Can we look to square it? Morandi, can he find Dadari, or he'll play it in the middle for Lavelli at the back post, and it's another save from this man who we're saying is not a very good goalkeeper, but it's gone straight into his hands. Are we on the full highlights? It's been a very, very eventful game here. The ball just keeps going up to us, but now it's Sarpsborg's turn. Down to the left hand side, they're going to look to have the chance here. The shot goes in. Ostrinsky didn't get over to it, but it was not worth anything in the end. For the Sarpsborg team, let's have a look. I want to check if he's actually a goalkeeper, because I've got a suspicion, I've never had that before, that there could be a bit of a crisis going on there. We'll have a look in a second. Here's Rath, interesting ball to Dadari on the volley. It's very elevated. Lavelli with the header. Florian Lavelli, anyone going to put it away? I don't know why Florian has gone for with all his striking abilities. he's gone to decide to return it. That is a very interesting decision he's made there, but what can you do? If he's made it now, and the half-time whistle goes here in this game. The tie is all square. We've fired up the boys. 7 wins in a row is at stake here if we go and get it. A draw would be enough for us to go through. But we just need a goal. We do need a goal, and we've definitely been in this game, but the one chance and the one goal that has mattered the most has come for Sarpsborg here in this game. We could make some early changes. We did rotate the team in that game against Lugano, and the likes of Lavelli didn't play. Rath and Masson in the middle. Morandi, I believe. Lavelli did play, actually. It was Nadari and Morandi who didn't play. And then just different players like that. We're missing out the team. Here is Morandi now on the ball. He finds Masson. Dadari on the right hand side. Morandi with the shot from range. He's at the inside of the post. 3 times in this game we've hit the woodwork. You've got to remember that Dadari did hit the woodwork twice within the first 8 minutes of this game. And Morandi now, the guy who just hit the woodwork, is standing over this corner near post. Patulski can't get there, but we are going to win this ball back to Dari. You'd think would take on the defender here. He's played an early ball for Florian Aye. He's at the woodwork again 4 times in this game. If that is going to be the difference for us, you are going to think this is so we've been so hard done by, and I'm not going to lie, I think we have here in this game. Just if the goal was a centimetre bigger, then we probably could be 3-4-0 up by now, but we've got to take matters into our own hand. We've been absolutely all over this Sarpsborg team, and we need to get the goal to show for it. There's a push in there or something, I don't know. I feel like we could have had 2 penalties in this game as well. We'll continue on. Kwasi finds Lavelli down this left hand side, and that's a foul there. Definitely, it's not going to be a penalty, but it is definitely a free kick and potentially a card here in this game. It's a warning, not even a booking here in this game. It's going to be Morandi who's looking to take that free kick, or nothing comes from it in the end. 72% possession. This is quite literally the tactic that we implemented and the type of football we wanted to play, and it's just not gone too well for us in this game. In the goal scoring side, I don't even think it's been a bad game for the likes of Florian Aye. He's definitely been involved. There's games where he's just not, and Lavelli is in at the back post and he's put that over. I was saying about Florian Aye, I think he has his games where he's just not present at all, but then with the games where he is, he can do very, very well, and I think it's been a bit in between today. It's just not come off for him. Very, very unfortunate. We'll bring Lavelli off for Froling here in this game. I want to make a midfield change. I'm going to bring Rath off for Segura. That's a pretty standard change. And then do we make a defensive change? I think I'll bring Zogbe on for Kudusu on that right hand side. Just gives us a little bit more of a attacking profile just to get us that goal here in this game. I don't want to go to extra time or penalties where it does, gradually, the more you go on in that game, it does get taken. The chances of us going through with ease gets taken out of our hands. We do have a pretty fresh side. Let's just check this goalkeeper thing, what's going on there. If he is a goalkeeper, he is a goalkeeper. Right, he's 178 centimetres, which is, you don't see that often for a goalkeeper. Let's just say that. We are very, very high in terms of the structure at the moment, but the ball is with Sarpsborg and they're going to look to progress through the middle, but we're putting the pressure on. You do feel like we are going to win it back eventually, and that's where we do. Kouassi heads that out, and he's very clever with that header, and it is going to be a throw-in on that far side. Men piling in the box for Sarpsborg here. I thought it was going to be a red card. I don't know what's happened with Kouassi there. It's going to be 2 minutes of added time. Very eventful stuff here. There's one final chance. Kouassi back post. Who can get there? It's going to be Dadari from range. He's going in behind. Will we get the final chance here in this game? Dadari, where will he go? He's cutting in. He has the shot. It's floating around. Is it crossed the line? Has that crossed the line there? It looked like he was turning towards the line. No idea what's happened. And this kick will surely be the end of the 90 minutes. That is what a game it's been so far here. But as it stands, we are not through. It's 1-1, and you've got to feel we have been a little bit hard done by. Quite the eventful qualifier. Quite the different qualifier as well. We had a 6-0 win on aggregate against Noah, and then now in the playoff, I mean, to be fair, you've got to give Sarpsborg credit. They've come to our stadium and have held off the pressure and put up some chances of themselves, and they are playing for a spot in that league phase, which they would want to go on to achieve, so you cannot fault them at all, but it is very frustrating for us, even despite that 90 minutes gone here in this game. We're into extra time, 30 minutes for us to find a winner, or will it be Sarpsborg who can even go on and do it? Segura, Morandi, it's a poor touch, but it falls to Florin. A little bit of luck. Dadari beats his man, he's in behind here, he'll have the shot, Dadari, and it's Morandi, and who's going to get there? No one can get there. We tried to put it in, and it's just not got away for us. So unlucky, so unlucky. If we don't win this, then I think it's just not meant to be for us in this league phase, to qualify for the league phase. That is, I mean, what do we do here? I don't want to bring Florin off, because I do feel like he could get the goal, but if he's not got it yet, will he ever get it? I don't really know. Floating around, there's a ball moving here in possession for us now. Dadari down this right hand side. We are a little bit, you can see we're a bit, I don't know, crestfallen a little bit in this game, because it's just not come off for us. Dadari though is definitely still in it here. Down this right hand side, he's going to look to square it. Oh, go all the way. Dadari scores. It's happened for us on the 100-minute mark. It's an incredible run from Dadari, and we are 2-1 up here. What a player he is. Just take a look at this. He picks this up and goes 40 yards, beats one, cuts in from here, absolutely skins him, advances a little bit more, and it's going to go down as, I mean, that should be Dadari's goal. It's gone off two players. It's gone off the keeper and then a centre back, but it was on target anyway. I think the own goals are a bit weird here in Football Manager, but on the 100-minute mark, we have done it. 2-1 the scoreline here. Now we just need to hold out. Meete on. I'm going to bring, is there any other we can make? Pascozzi here in this game. We'll bring him on for Diamand. Don't want to risk him getting a red card here in this game, and that is all the change. Well, we can make. We'll bring Arabi on for Florin. The goal is not a massive priority anymore, and that was a change I was considering here in this game. Down the right hand side, Sarpsborg are going to look to progress the ball, try and get something for themselves. Can we go and get a third goal for ourselves in this game? We win it back here. Potolski, Meete, Dadari is going to look to play it over the top from Morandi. He's in behind, he plays Froling in, and Froling for 3-1. That will do it here just before half time in extra time. It's a lovely finish from Nils Froling. He's got himself a goal in the Conference League. That is absolutely remarkable stuff. What a storyline that guy has had, and he's come on here. The half-time whistle goes, and now it's just a case of seeing it out here. We've got to put, credit to this Sarpsborg team, but we have been absolutely immense. Every single one of these boys has had an involvement, and we've been very, very dominant. And we are very deservedly going through to the next round of the Conference League, which is the league phase. You've got to give credit where it's due. You lose a little bit of hope and belief, but we stayed believing, we stayed hopeful, and now credit where credit is due. This team has been very, very good, and we've built a very strong team here. What a little project it has been. Morandi's going for a fourth here on aggregate here. We're 2-1 up. We've completely turned this game on its head. 6 minutes between the two goals in extra time, and now we've got 10 minutes remaining before we go and wrap up this game here. Down the left hand side, there's a ball into the middle for the Sarpsborg players, and Froling now is going to look to try and advance the ball. Can we go and get another one? He's got a lot of space to run into ahead of him, and there's men forward as well. Froling could go all the way. Where will he go? He's going to try cutting, or maybe go all the way. He has the shot, and at near post could have been a better decision, but it's not too much to worry about here in this game. All 6 of our changes have been made. The only players who started this game in the outfield were Kwasi, Morandi, Dadari. That's it, basically. Everyone else has come on, and we've had some incredible displays from some of these boys, and what an episode it has been. I didn't think it would be as eventful as this, but going to extra time, what an experience it has been. And by next episode, we will have some league phase Conference League games coming up. Froling is trying to get another one here. It looked like it just crept in at the end there, but it doesn't come to anything. Final few moments of this game, their goalkeeper, to be fair, has had to put up 15 shots on target, and he's got an 8.3. Do you know what? Respect for that. But the full-time whistle will go shortly here in this game, and that will ultimately confirm our place in the Conference League for this Servette team. A massive result. So many times they've tried to get through to the Conference League and the Europa League through those qualifiers. They've never been able to do it, or in quite a while at least, they've not been able to do it. But we are going to get them through. There's a final chance here. It is a goal for Sarpsborg. Got to be doing a little bit better defensively, but that will surely just be a consolation. This team has put their absolute heart on the line, and we will be going through to the Conference League. The full-time whistle goes. We have done it. What a game it's been. and we are through to the Conference League coming up in the next episode. So there you have it, 5th in the league, Conference League qualifiers through to the next round of the Cup. What a start it's been for this team. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord down below. Thank you for watching. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you all for another video soon. Thank you. Bye bye.